Hello, guys. Welcome back to some more Hearthstone Blackrock Mountain action. This is I actually already did the second wing, but I fucked up pretty fucking hard. The audio levels in the recording that I did was like all over the fucking place. I usually record the game audio and my mic audio separately, but this one time I decided to record them both at the same time so that I don't have to worry about like syncing up the audio or anything, which saves a lot of time. It turns out the game audio was too fucking loud, and it was like basically it was louder than my mic audio, which at the moment it's fixed right now. And in this recording it's fixed, but in the previous recording where I did the second wing of Blackrock Mountain, did the normal version and the heroic version, it was 2 hours long, and I fucked it up completely. And now I'm like, I don't know what to do because I don't want to upload the video because you can barely hear me while the game audio is like loud, obnoxiously loud. So what I decided to do, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do the heroic version here. And the class challenges, I would show it to you guys, but like if you do it, it's nothing too special. Like, it was pretty fucking easy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the deck that I used to beat the three heroic bosses here. I hope I remember. I actually, with this wing, Blizzard released information about what the hero powers were for the three bosses. So I was like, okay, if I knew what the hero power is, I'm just gonna try to guess, try to make a deck to beat it. And this deck is exactly the same as the deck that I made, and it worked for both heroic and normal mode, which is basically this deck right here. Which, just get right to it. This is basically an enraged deck plus Grim Patron. This Gar's hero power makes him do 1 damage to all the other minions here. But yeah, I've been kind of MIA on my League of Legends stuff. Quite frankly, I've just been busy, guys. So I apologize. I don't want to say I was busy. It was more like the time when I am awake and have time to play League and stuff or do videos on it, it's like 3 a.m. and shit, and I can't exactly do commentary at 3 a.m. because I have family sleeping and shit. Anyways, this boss, so these minions right here, they the Fire Sworns, when they die, they deal 3 damage to the enemy hero, so to me, for each Fire Sworn that died this turn. So if I just let him constantly hero power and deal 1 damage to these guys, and they all die at the same time, I basically take like 7 damage each. So that's 7 times 7. So I take 49 damage if all 7 of these guys die at the same time. So the strategy around this is that you just gotta kill them one by one and not try your best not to kill too many in the same turn. The normal version of these guys only do 1 damage, so it's not as scary. For example, I'm gonna axe this turn, attack that. He's gonna hero power. This guy dies. I take 3 damage. So you gotta understand carefully. Like, there's a lot of multiplying going here. He only does 3 damage for each Fire Sworns that died. So if 2 of them die, for example, it's gonna be 6 damage each. So if 2 of them die at the same time, then I take 6 damage from both. But if I kill one, I take 3 damage from the first one, and I kill the second one, then I take 6 damage from the second one. So that's 9 damage total. But if I kill 2 of them at the same time, I take 6 damage each for 12 damage total. I think that's how that works. I might be wrong there. I kind of want to play Acolyte to card draw, but I think I want some armor. Take another 3 damage. Actually, I'm not sure if this is the deck that I actually used to beat the heroic version. This deck works completely fine for the normal version, but I'm not sure about the heroic version. I'm minimized right now. I gotta exit some programs. Okay. He has this hero power that summons more. Fucking annoying. I really need card draw. So armoring up is really, really good. In terms of what cards this guy has, he has a bunch of like... He does have like a bunch of buffs for these things. I don't quite remember if he had like spells. Pretty much every boss in this mode has like the new shaman spell that does 2 damage and unlocks all your shit or whatever. I'm gonna take a lot of damage this turn, aren't I?
Strike.
Okay, I do 3 damage. This guy makes me take 6 damage.
Battle commencing.
Yeah.
Battle commencing.
I believe actually the deck that I used to beat this was a Prius deck where you go Mass Dispel and you just silence all these guys, but you leave all 7 of them alive and then you just kill them. And you use like Circle Heal and Mass Dispel to keep these guys healthy. Yeah, that's actually the deck that I use. This is not the right deck. My bad. I forgot. This is a pretty good card right now.
Strike.
Alright, stabilized. And now I get 4 armor. This guy's gonna get buffed so fucking hard. Look at this fucking synergy right here. Oh my god, this is either gonna go really well, which is so far it is. No. Okay, well, it's a full board. Kill this one. No. No, please. What the fuck is this RNG? No. No. What? That's a lot of armor. Well, we just draw a shit ton of cards right now. Pretty nice. You can probably play the version of this deck that people are using on ladder with the Grim Patrons. I keep saying Patron, but that's like fucking Spanish shit. Patrons, the Grim Patrons, with like Frothing Berserkers. Actually, I'm actually playing that deck in the ladder a little bit right now. Oh, did I trade the wrong one? Whoops, I traded the healthy one. My bad. I meant to trade the low health one. I'm a little bit tired. My sleeping schedule has been a little bit on the derpy side, where I'm always awake at like I said earlier, like 3, 4 a.m. and I can't really do anything during that time because I don't want to wake up my family. It's very unfortunate timing. And then I played like a game of League of Legends, got a bunch of ragers on my team. It was very fun. Probably need war songs on this deck. Is this lethal? Pretty close.
Be thirsty.
If I didn't fuck up, I think I would have lethal. Yeah. If I didn't accidentally kill off my own my 3/3 Grim Patron and kill off the 3/1 instead, I would have an extra one, and that would have been lethal. Oh well. This deck still works. No. Oh, I do have a fucking war song. Everyone, get in here! All right. Hopefully the audio levels are correct. I did try my best to correct them, and because again the previous recording I fucked it up. Anyways, this is the deck for that. I just put as much like cards that do something when they take damage as possible. The explosive sheets in hindsight I would probably remove, by the way, if you want to try out this deck. The siege engine is probably not necessary. I just thought it was hilarious synergy with Armorsmith. This is a deck that I saw on Reddit. It's probably your typical Grim Patron deck. This guy ran it on ladder, got to like legend with it. I think this deck would work completely fine against Gar. Maybe remove some cards. But I think actually this deck will work completely fine if my deck works. And then the Prius deck that I use to beat Gar is not this. It's very close to this, but it's not this. Essentially, I don't remember what exactly what I ran, but you go, what the hell? Why do I have 2 Prius decks? What is this one for? Anyways, you run Circle of Healing to heal up the Fire Sworns, and you go Master Spell to silence them. So you try to mulligan for a Master Spell, and then you just Master Spell the fuck out of them, and then you try to keep them healthy. And since there's 7 Fire Sworns on the board, the enemy. The enemy, the Gar or whatever, can't play anything because you can only have 7 minions on the board. So you just try to Master Spell, Circle of Heal if you when they're at 1 health, and just keep healing them, and then you just build up a combo. I just did like a Divine Spirit Inner Fire combo, just buff up one guy really fucking big, and then just one-shot him. But you don't really need to do that. Anyways, let's go for the second one. Man, it took me 2 hours to do it from the normal heroic and the challenges. Apparently people are doing this shit in like 40 minutes or something. Makes me so angry. Alright, we got ourselves Baron Get in here. Deal 10 damage to the enemy hero if they have any unspent mana. I don't actually remember did I actually play this Warlock deck against that? Did I really? I believe I changed it. I don't actually remember what the deck that I used against this was. It has to be this Prius deck then. This other Prius deck that I have. The Warlock deck is supposed to be like a hybrid Zoo-lock, hand-lock kind of thing going on. Well, it's only hand-locky in the sense that you run Molten Giants.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, so I have this deck. I run a lot of silences because Baron Geddon has this card that essentially it's called Living Bomb, and it deals, it's basically like the Warlock card Corruption, where it deals, what is it, where it kills your minion or whatever at the target. You'll see it. You'll probably see it. You'll see why I run this card. Probably. The main thing here is that since I couldn't round out my mana here, he's gonna hero power me, and I take 10 damage, which is fucking sucks, by the way. Yeah, so this is why you run Molten Giant, so that you can get them out early if you get fucked like this. I really want to heal. Alright, so Living Bomb. Choose an enemy minion. If it lives until your next turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. So this is why you run silences, or else I'm gonna get burned the fuck out of. The normal version of the Living Bomb does only 5 damage instead of 10. That's pretty fucking ridiculous. Like this turn, I'm gonna take another 10 damage. I could play Dark Cultist and heal, but I want to actually take the 10 damage so I can double Molten Giant. Okay, Mind Games for shitty RNG. That's great. But now I can double Molten Giant. And heal. This guy has a lot of big cards, so that's why I run Mind Games here. You guys gotta find the Ragnaros to be, I have an interesting strategy, which I hope is original. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, top deck. Thank you. I was thinking of villain choosing this guy and trying to sack this, but that's not gonna work. I don't quite remember what all the cards he has, but but he has like more than 2 living bombs. Oh my god. I can't actually use up my mana properly, so I might die next turn. I'm dead. Fuck, dude. How did I beat him before? Alright, my mind games didn't give me a fucking flame then. Probably... Oh my god. Pretty fucking rough. Yeah, keep in mind, he has like 100 health or something like that. It's fucking really hard to beat. I'm so angry that I fucked up the audio levels because you get to watch me go be like, what the fuck? He has that? That's bullshit. Got none of that, bras. Like those living bombs, you can't really do much about them. I don't have enough cards to deal with them. Actually, I guess, well, since I'm gonna struggle, I actually beat him in the first try with this deck, so that's why I was like, oh, no problem, but it's not. I actually stole his living bombs with Thought Steal, and I just killed him like that. Okay, that's actually how I beat him. Okay. I think I need to run Brewmasters or actually oh wait, Recombobulators. I was thinking of Brewmasters to bring it back to the hand, but Recombobulator can also be pretty good. What? I don't have it? Oh my god. Well, I would consider running Recombobulators here. I'm not gonna run any Northshires. I would consider running Recombobulators if you have them and replay. But I'm going to run Brewmasters as the alternative. It accomplishes the same goal, which is to just remove the living bomb or whatever it's called. And again, that deck is just Zoolock with 2 Molten Giants. So if you want to know what that Warlock deck is, it's nothing special. Trust me. Anyways, the good thing about re-recording this is that the video should be a lot shorter, which to some of you is like, oh, it's a good thing, but to other people, you're like, oh, I want to hear as much Rain Pony commentary. Oh, can't do her, you know. Ragnarost. Not Ragnaros. Exact same fucking start. Card's annoying. Every single one of the bosses have this. They want to heal myself this turn. Because I don't have my Molten Giants, I guess so. Now Thought Steal. I mean, I could play the Owl just to have something on the board, but I really need the silences. This card right here. Yeah, I could play it. Wow. Amazing. Is my turn 6 play if I do this? Whatever. The AI is obviously... The AI is not programmed to play around his own cards, so now he loses his entire board. Oh, that's a nice visual effect. Oh, cool top deck. Now I have something to play. Man. Oh, great. Since I already have so many silences, I guess I'll do this. I'll play this guy since he's a bigger dude. I guess I could have played Spellbreaker instead. That is not cool, man. Oh my god, he has 2. I guess I should have kept the Wailing Soul. Watch I put 2 more down. Oh my god. This game is so rigged. I really need the Molten Giants. I probably should not be healing myself as much as I have been. I don't know if I can fit the mana here to do anything of substantial use.
The damned stand ready.
Oh, I should probably save this. Ah, fuck it. But Shadow Ward Pains can also be used to stop the living bombs from activating. Please hurt me. Hurt me hard. I just got burned, yo. Really good draws. It's gonna be Ripperoni for this guy very soon. That's a good top deck, but I'm gonna play it safe. I meant to use whichever golem got buffed to kill the fire Ellie. I'm really fucking tired, okay? My sleep schedule is fucked. And I didn't realize I was that fucking, I forgot about the mana management part of the game. Oh my god, I have to actually kill my own giant.
Your magic shall not save
Man, I need to pay attention more.
you. Die, mage. Drink with me, friend.
I should take off half his health. If I didn't fuck up the Molten Giant, I would have 1 extra Molten Giant to deal damage right now. Pretty severe mistake, I would say. This is a risky player here. I might die.
Magic shall not save you.
The thing is, this is the only way I can fault the curve. I might die till like, I'm fine. Is that lethal? Oh, I'm dead.
Gotcha.
Die, mage.
It's the closest game yet, too. Man, fuck this guy. Yeah, I would have got at least 2 more hits with the Molten Giant if I didn't fuck it up. Actually, would the Molten Giant have died if I attacked with him not buffed? He would have been... He was 8-11, he would have been 8-5 because I killed a Fire Ellie with it. And then... He Lava Bursts me, so I would maybe... Would I have healed that Molten Giant? Yeah, I fucked up. Very unfortunate, because that would have been an easy win. Well, looks like this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Less thought steals, I think I need heals. Let's run Holy Fires then. I don't need Villains Chosen, I just need heals. I actually don't have any Light of the Naru. So I think I would run that over the Light Wardens, by the way. It's an alarm, don't worry about it, guys. I think the reason I was running Villains Chosen is just to have a, like a somewhat costly but not too expensive card. So I can round out my mana, but the Holy Fire should help me maximize my mana late game, so I guess that's the most important thing. And it can buy me a turn if for the heal. Maybe running Prophet Valen might be good. I don't know.
The light shall bring victory.
Tempted to keep the Spellbreaker. I feel like I can play the Molten Giant like turn 3 or something, and then Spellbreaker when he living bombs it. Okay, this game I'm very, very confident. Why do I keep getting the Light Warden turn 1? It's very, very convenient. God, I have bites all over my fucking hand, dude. Oh, this is like the exact same fucking start from before. Alright, we're gonna go for the turn 4 Moltens. And then I hope I don't die. It's very risky to play like this. Especially when he has that. Guess I died to Fireball now, or Lava Burst. Please kill the fire. Oh my god, the cancer to the face. That was actually a really good top deck. I'll be struggling so much this game. Well, good thing I have Wailing Soul. Another good top deck. Issue right now is I'm gonna die unless I top deck Holy Fire to heal myself above 10, or I draw something that allows me to round out my mana. Nope. And of course, this guy only gets +1 when I might need to Shadow or Death it. This RNG sucks. I guess I have a little bit too much early game. Top deck lethal. Missed lethal. But now I don't have lethal, so I can't kill him. Actually, I'm really close to lethal. God damn it, man. What am I supposed to do? Fuck! Good thing the AI is retarded. I don't know, man. I thought the AI is so bad at times that I wonder if Blizzard even bothered testing out the fucking bosses themselves. The way some of the plays they make, it's like you did not notice this when you were play testing, or did you even play test the game mode? Is what I'm wondering. Yeah, I really need to throw away the Light Wardens. I don't know. What else would I play? I'm considering running heal bots right now. Yeah, I'm gonna run heal bots. I'll show off the final form of the deck after each game. Cause you see me do adjustments, man.
Baron, get on!
Fuck you, Baron. I'll get better in League of Legends.
The light
A lot
shall bring
easier
victory.
to 1v1 with. Nah, it's not actually true. It's actually possible to 1v1. Unless you're really fed.
Thank you.
Gotta have a turn 3 Molten Giant. I lied. Thought I was gonna have a turn 3 Molten Giant, but then I healed myself by accident because I'm a fucking idiot.
Bathe in flames.
Issue with this play is that it dies to his numerous removal. Fucking hate this game. Funny thing is that I can actually just play this. If I felt like it. But I would die if I do that. This hand is so bad.
Drink with me, friend. Challenge accepted.
Dam, stand ready. The Fire Lord calls.
Why did you do that to my beautiful face? What an awkward curve.
My fate is sealed.
Through the face he goes. When the fuck will he stop? Nobody knows. Okay. Don't want that.
My fate is sealed.
Magma Ragers. He's gonna die to lava shock, man. God, shamans are gonna be so much more annoying. Wait, why? Why would you do that?
Your magic shall not save.
I'm not thinking about the best possible play. I'm just thinking of not dying and just building up the board. God, what? I don't... Blizzard really wants fucking Zulok to stay relevant. I swear. I swear, man. Alright, how do I stay... Do I even care? I can probably take one hit. Silence. Four, 6, 7.
Die, mage.
I guess I could have silenced the dude.
Your magic shall not save.
And yeah, the imp could kill that. In hindsight, my play sucked. I would have silenced the fucking thing.
Bathe in flame.
No, these are beasts. You really want the beast energy, man.
Drink with me, friend.
Yeah, the heal bots, the anti-kill heal bots, or anti-kill heal bots, or anti-heal bots, doing good work. I believe I have lethal next turn. Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't have Fireball, Lava Burst or something. Or Fireball, Fire Ellie. Okay, now I don't have lethal. Probably should have healed. The big dude. Whoopsie.
I've got the beast in my sight.
I did it! Antique heal bots really fucking saved my last. Alright, well, time to BM the bot. Like, this is pretty, like, even this is good. 3-6 for 4.
I've got the beast in my sight.
We did it! Woo! God damn, dude. So fucking tired. I'm gonna pass out after this. Alright, this is the final form of this deck. Sure, adjustments could be made. But it's well-rounded, enough early game, enough bunch of 1-drops and 2-drops, so to round out the mana in the mid to late game. So you can play 2 things to get full mana, to use up all your mana. Then there's a bunch of late game-ish cards to save the day and all that. But now it's time to finish to play against Major Domo. Now this is a pretty fun boss to do. Again, once again, Prius. The one thing I noticed is that Prius is a pretty good class against a lot of bosses. Even in Naxxramas it was like this. It's simply because all these bosses get such a huge advantage early. You take a lot of fucking face damage early. That Prius is good just for when you finally stabilize. You just heal yourself back to full. I don't quite remember how to play this deck, unfortunately. I forgot what I was how this fight went. But this deck is all about stalling as much as possible. So his hero power summons a 3/3 minion, just a normal 3/3 minion, nothing special to it other than it being 3/3 for 2. And the goal here is that I have a bunch of creatures like Doomsayers and Onoyatrons. They're all just to stall the game until get enough mana to and get my cards to do my play, which you will see. So he starts off with 45 health in the heroic mode. I don't remember what normal mode's like, but after you kill this guy, Major Domo Executus,
You think you've won already?
Ragnaros replaces him. And Ragnaros has like 60 health or something like that. And then his hero power is 2 mana, deal 8 damage to a random target twice. It's pretty fucking scary. But the way this deck works is that you kill this guy and Ragnaros on the same turn, so you don't have to worry about the hero power. So no worries. But yeah, pretty scary. I tried playing Mill Rogue. I played Mill Rogue against normal version, in which it worked completely fine. But against the heroic version, if you get the right draws, then it's not that hard. But
My fate is sealed.
I think this deck's a little bit more reliable. Or consistent, I guess is the better term. Alright. This is where the RNG comes in. So this deck is based around Prophet Valen. Double faces manipulate the Prophet Valen, and then you double Mind Blast for lethal. And the thing is, he has fireballs and shit, but he doesn't have any like hard removal, but he has a lot of damaging spells. So he can fireball Lava Shock this and kill it. But what I've noticed is that every time I've played him, he never does that. But he might do it this time and fuck me over. If he does that, I lose, by the way. Like, what he would do is he would fireball it, and that's all he does. It's fucking hilarious how the AI works. There's Mind Blast. And now, he's too tanky for him to kill, so now I basically win. It's essentially just stall the game out until I can get my combo. I mean, he might build up a big enough creature base to kill my guy, actually. I have Holy Smites too, but you don't need Holy Smites for the lethal combo, so I'm just used to kill the minions. How much health does this guy have? I don't know how this works. I'm wondering if we should heal and then attack. Heal, faceless, and then attack, or attack and heal. Should have at least 18 health. Oh, did that wrong. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I could have faced this first and get like a 8 heal. But yeah, look at this. 20 damage Mind Blast right now. No, not gonna use it yet. Not gonna actually attack him because he has... This guy's deck is literally like a million... $40 damage Mind Blast. I need the second Mind Blast or a Holy Smite before I do anything. This guy literally has like a million Molten Giants, which is why I run mind games against him. Actually, I might just have lethal if I... No, I do 21. Yeah, I could probably just go face. It will work. Oh, we're gonna go face now. Not gonna kill him yet, so he can't play, so he can't turn into a Ragnaros. Watch this shit. And this is why I have mind games. So Milrook will actually be effective in the fact that if he can survive all those other creatures and deal with the hero power, he will never play anything from his hand. And then he just keeps hero powering and then use Vanish or whatever on Milrook, and then his hand, they all die, and then you mill him, dude.
I foresaw. Ragnaros, he who was ancient when this world was young. Mortal insects, you dare trespass into my domain?
Greetings.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
I just said greetings, dude. It doesn't mean anything.
I foresaw thee. I foresaw.
Let me blow your mind. It's a pretty fun deck when you do it for the first time. I'm sure there's other stupid combos you can do, but I like that deck. Unfortunately, I think I'm not gonna be the first recording of this. It was fucking hilarious. I guess I can still cut that shit in, but it's not gonna be the same because you just saw what happened. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna cut it. Fuck it. But here's the deck list. You just run Doomsayers and Noyatrons. They're just there to delay. After you get your Prophet Valens out, they're dead cards, but it doesn't really matter. After, if you're really worried about the Prophet Valen dying, if you try to play at turn 7, like if you don't have board control on turn 7, I wouldn't play Prophet Valen. I would wait until I can Prophet Valen Power Word Shield or Prophet Valen Divine Spirit, or even if I have a Dark Cultist out, Suicide the Dark Cultist to buff the Prophet Valen or something like that. basically you want the Prophet Valen to be way above, like, I don't know, the 6 health point at the least, so he doesn't die to Fireball. But I would say maybe Divine Spirit plus Prophet Valen is the safest option because he will not die. I mean, there's a chance he might double Fireball Lava Shock or something, but the AI is fucking retarded and it would just Fireball and without even killing him, as you saw earlier. So to be safe, Prophet Valen, Divine Spirit. Otherwise, to be somewhat safe, Prophet Valen, Power Word Shield. Otherwise, turn summon Prophet Valen if you have if the enemy is empty, has an empty board, then you probably will be fine. Since he has a million Molten Giants, as you saw, I have Mind Games for that. But I think like half those Molten Giants are like by default in his hand or something, because the chance, like the RNG on getting the Molten Giants not as high as I thought. Unfortunately, with this deck, you just one-shot the fuck out of him, that to the point where you don't get to see what Ragnaros can do, man. But oh well. Holy Smites you can trade out for stuff. Like, if you don't have some of these cards, like you don't have Naxxramas, like you don't really need Celestial Bolsters. They're just there to delay, so just find whatever taunt or whatever card you think is good for delaying until you can get your Prophet Valens out. Light Bomb is there for if you get really bad draw early, and pretty much every single minion that he plays, Light Bomb will clear. So you can just clear the board with it, and then like one turn you clear a Light Bomb, then you play Prophet Valens the next turn or something like that, you know? But that's just food for thought. Essentially, the most important shit here is Prophet Valen, Faceless, and Mind Blast. The rest is just there to delay the game until you get those draws. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit different. Struggled a bit with Baron Geddon, but I guess I managed to round out the deck there. And the first guy, I don't even remember how he did there. But that was a Molten Core, Wing 2 of Blackrock Mountain. Be back for Wing 3, and I'll be back doing League of Legends stuff for the people who care about that. I really just needed a break from things, okay? It happens occasionally, you know, I just get tired of shit. I just need alone time to re-energize myself and all that. So, well, to be fair, only like 20 of you guys even fucking watch this shit, so it's the hundreds of people who watch my League of Legends stuff who don't know, so maybe you guys can tell them for me or something, but it probably won't work out like that, will it? I'll get a League of Legends video out soon. I actually, you know how I had audio problems with the first recording that I was talking about with the Hearthstone stuff? I recorded myself playing some League of Legends games off stream, and then I forgot to enable my mic, so it was just me you see my webcam, you see me talking, but there's no fucking sound from my mic, because I hadn't fucking turned it on. So I had to not upload that game, and I was like, fuck this shit. I don't know. But that's that, guys. Enough rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.